would be a nice little hyzer, close to 500 feet probably. There we go, 79. That's a nice long throw. Oh, that's really carrying, wow. Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing great. Welcome to the new video. I'm not even sure yet if this is going to be built into Project 800 feet, 90 miles an hour, or if I'm going to do a new series title for this. But nonetheless, I'm finally back out here. Been dealing with middle finger DIP joint synovitis, just an overuse injury I got when I was in Washington from throwing max power shots for like literally 5 days in a row with Clint, which was, you know, we had a ton of fun and it was worth it. But I've been rehabbing that, and the exciting thing is thanks to Clint and TechDisc, they hooked me up with a TechDisc. It's in the Destroyer mold, sent me home with that. And also big thanks to Brian Weissman for gifting me and sending me a brand new Pocket Radar Smart Coach. And then also a huge thanks to Visionary Disc Golf, because they sent me their monster 10x10 net. So I'm like 6'3", 6'3" wingspan. Thing is huge. And I'll talk about why I think it's so important to have a high quality large net, especially with enough height. But yeah, just feel so spoiled and also grateful for all the gifts and help from all those people. And if you guys want to skip through this big intro, I'll have video chapters, so you can just skip through the intro if you want to get to the throws. The goal of this series, whether this is going into the old series or a new one, is to optimize my backhand metrics and improve my form even further. So that's kind of the main goal here. I'll put up my goal numbers on the screen for you guys to see in text. Rather than trying to recite them off the top of my head right now. So practice structure here is going to be, I'm going to start out with 10 one-leg throws, and that's going to be back fingers only. So the only thing holding the disc is going to be my ring finger and pinky finger. Thumb off, index, middle finger off. And that's going to force me to stay supinated and also ulnarly deviated with ulnar deviation of the wrist with a high elbow. That will promote nose down throws without having to think about it, and I will basically feel what the sensation of a nose down throw is on every throw, especially from the one leg stance, which is going to help me form a deep pocket. So 10 one legs with that, and then I'm going to move into 5 standstills with the full grip but still with the thumb off to make sure that I'm still working up the ladder, maintaining nose angle while allowing my speeds to increase. And then I'm going to go into 5 progressive standstills thumb on to work my speeds up to maybe 65-ish miles an hour. And then after that, I'm going to be doing my bracing evolution drills because they work so well for me, and I haven't done them since I recorded the tutorial, as sad as that sounds. So I'm going to be doing evolution 1, and I'm going to do three evolution 1 standstills off of that. Evolution 2, just 2 evolution 2 throws, because that one is not as much of a throwing drill as it is a balance and bracing drill. And then I'm going to get to evolution 3. I'm going to do 10 full X steps with the TechDisc off of evolution 3. And hopefully we'll be able to start seeing some good numbers there. And after that, we're going to get on the radar gun and throw bombs into the field and have some fun at the end. So we'll go from TechDisc to radar gun. Something I wanted to mention about the net. So I cheaped out and bought a 7x7 off of Amazon. It was a good quality net. But what I noticed for me especially is my subconscious is very cautious and conservative when it comes to damage to property and damage to, harming people. I'm very scared and averse. I do not want to hurt people or property like whatsoever. I'm sure a lot of you guys are like that too, but for me, my subconscious was preventing me from throwing on a positive launch angle without fear of missing over the top of the net. That's a big reason why I waited for Visionary to get me this net so that I could start this vlog series, because I believe in this so much and I basically wanted this to train as something to help me. I also recommend it to other people, so I'm not just putting the affiliate link in the description to make money, but I will get a kickback from the sales that go through that. With that being said, I've had many clients with smaller nets, 7x7s as the common theme, that are struggling with nose angle, launch angle combination into the net because it's just not tall enough, not big enough. And then the people that have 9x9s, 10x10s, they seem to have more similar form from net to field. I'm using this liquid chalk to help fight the greasiness in these 105 heat index, super humid Florida summer weather, where the towel sometimes is not enough. So it looks gross, but it's actually very easy cleanup, and honestly, I just put it all over, and it usually gets me going for like 20 minutes worth of throws without grip issues, which is nice. So what I'm cueing here, I'm setting up pre-shot checklist, balanced on the front leg, of course, protracted scapula, sorry, depressed scapula, protracted, and elbows up. And then I'm basically just trying to curl in with my back fingers and wrist underneath the armpit. And I'm gonna try to use both legs to do that. Oops. That one felt good. Oh, look at those numbers. Let's go, baby. 44 miles an hour, obviously monstrous power. I mean, that's got to be worth like 250 feet. But negative 1.9 nose. If I can do that with 900 spin on a one leg, we're in good shape here. So clearly working on getting the disc under the armpit and forming that deep pocket is helping take stress off the arm and hand, which is also helping with nose angle right now. I have no doubt about that. I'm gonna try too hard on that one. Might still be a good nose angle though. Yep, still pretty good. Okay, so now we're on to the next step. We're gonna do 5 progressive standstills with the thumb off. The main goal here is to preserve nose angle and spin quality up into some higher speeds because of the wider stance and bigger swing path. That's pretty dang good. Close to 0 nose. .1 mile per hour. 64 miles an hour, negative 0.7 nose. Beautiful. All right, so moving into the evolutions now. I'm gonna start out with evolution 1, just like I do in the tutorial. So we're gonna start out with a hands-free movement. And then we'll go into towel snap and then with the disc at the end. Get that. It's the butt wipe, followed by the hip rotation, internal rotation of the rear leg, extension of the front leg. So they're both contributing. Load that butt down into that front heel. Widen my stance here. Feels pretty good. This is my favorite part, is the towel. To get that snap as late as possible. All right, it feels pretty good. Let's do some throws. Try to increase my coil depth as I go through each rep here. Oh no, don't fall. I have stakes and sandbags for this thing, but okay, that's good for me for a standstill. 68 miles an hour. Yeah, 67.8 with 1.3 nose, 1220 spin. I'm happy with that. So evolution 2, really, we're not supposed to be able to throw super fast off of evolution 2. It's really just to teach the tilted spiral bracing motion upon landing on that right foot for a righty thrower. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna increase amplitude. So basically, I'm gonna practice the hop first. A little bit off balance there. Okay, that's a pretty good landing position. And now I'm going to practice it with a little bit of rotation when I land for the throw. Okay. Last couple felt pretty good. Now we'll get some towel snap action going here. Do one more. That one felt pretty good. All right, so now we're going to tie it all together. Evo 3. More of these. All right, let's get the towel going. Build closer and closer to a natural throw as we go from hands-free to towel to disc. Start to wean off the mental cues and just rely on the fact that we are primed from the previous drills we just did. It doesn't have to be perfect every session. Cool, that feels good. The crux for me today is going to be, obviously I'm working on bracing a little bit with these drills, but I'm also using it as a tool to enhance my kinetic chain, which will also improve nose angle and spin and speed. But that is if I meet the condition of still getting my disc pulled in, still getting that horizontal abduction of the humerus fast enough to get that disc in. So not expecting to light up these numbers on these initial throws here, but I have 10 of these. So as I get closer to the end, I will start to just kind of think more about the pull through and less about the lower body stuff.
Miles per
Kind of slow. Really good nose angle though. That's my highest spin ever, 1360 spin. Yeah, I would have liked to get up to, you know, 75 plus today. Maybe I can on radar after this, but I got to be happy with that. You know, I am working on nose angle and spin, and I set a spin PR and some nose PRs today. So got to be grateful for that. I take this net down. I'll see you guys on the radar gun. All right, guys, it's time to throw with the radar gun. Admittedly, I think this is my favorite part of the sessions. There's something about being able to rip it into the field after that technical work with the TechDisc, and then see the speed numbers and measure the distances. It's so satisfying. And you guys know, I mean, I play because I love watching the disc fly. So the TechDisc stuff, it's an investment for me to get better long term, but this is the fun part for me. So let's have some fun with it. Nice little straight flight with the Atom. Nice. Now, from what I've heard from people, is radar reads, they're both accurate for what they're measuring, TechDisc and radar. Radar is usually 1 to 2 miles an hour slower than TechDisc. It's not an inaccuracy between the two of them, it's how they're measuring it. The TechDisc is using a 20 millisecond sampling interval. When the disc reaches peak velocity, that first 20 milliseconds, which is only a couple feet of distance, is where it's getting that speed number, those spin numbers. So the disc has not lost any velocity due to drag at that point, or if it has, it's an extremely small amount. The radar, though, you have to set it up further back, and it has to sample for a little bit of a longer period of time. So the disc has lost maybe a little bit of velocity due to drag forces, but additionally, you can never have the radar lined up perfectly with your disc flight. For pitching, it's easier because you can be up and to the right of a right-handed pitcher and get it right down the line to the catcher's mitt. But with disc golf specifically, there's always going to be some angle difference, and that is called cosine error. So you take the cosine of that angle, and that is going to be the ratio of the true speed on that line versus the speed of the radar's beam intersecting the disc. So just wanted to mention that, not to say we should add 1 to 2 miles an hour to each of these throws, but just something to keep in mind. Yeah, timing kind of stunk on that one.
Miles per hour.
That was decent.
73 miles per hour.
Should be a nice little hyzer, close to 500 feet probably. 73 miles an hour. Not even in line with the radar. All right, now this is my, I think this might be the new furthest flying disc I've ever thrown. Luster C Faro. I don't know if you can see the dome. Insane dome. Obviously fairly understable. So I'm gonna hyzer flip it out to the left. And I'm willing to run down there and throw it again if I don't catch it right, because it goes so far. Borderline cheater disc, in my opinion. 13 speed, 6 plus glide, maybe 6.5 in this plastic. Just unbelievable.
72 miles per hour.
Oh man, I just didn't hyzer flip it. Or I did hyzer it, but I didn't throw it with enough hyzer and enough height. I told you guys I'm running down and getting it again. That's what I'm doing right now. Come back, Pharaoh, please. Get a little low-level aerobic workout right now. Man, this thing still went far. Holy moly. Absolute freak of a disc.
72 miles per hour.
Oh, man. All right, well, maybe I'll get it again. Just not correcting my errors. Oh my gosh, what? This doesn't make sense. The amount of glide these ethers have. I will say that about the ethers is the glide they have for the stability, at least this prototype run, is a pretty unbelievable combination. The Pharaoh's definitely flippier, does better in tailwinds than these.
79 miles per hour.
There we go, 79. That's a nice long throw. Oh, that's really carrying, wow. Nice, I'm happy with that. We got it back up to 79 on radar. Suppose I will wrap it up here. So thanks for stopping by, guys. Once again, I would love if you guys could please subscribe. Be so kind to do that so you can get notified when future episodes come out. And oh, what else do I need to say in the outro? Geez, having a hard time remembering after all those throws. Well, anyways, yeah, I was happy with the session. And stay tuned for the next ones. I'll see you guys soon.